Hey friends, Kamala here from Creative Friends Decant. I've got UV resin out today. Let's get creative. We're going to make a quick UV resin ink pen. So I just got these Papermate ballpoint ink pens and I take them apart. So I take out the guts and the top, and I also take out the grip. And sometimes, there we go. And that is what we're left with. And then I'm going to use some gold flaking and some poodle glitter. This is from Glitter Chimp, and I think that will be fun, and my UV resin. This project is really simple. You don't even need much UV resin. There's so many things, including keychains, that you can do with UV resin, and just a small bottle will make a lot of fun projects. And brushes are cheap to pick up. I leave all of this stuff that I use in the description, and so does everyone else that videos for our channel. So click those. They help us. It's actually the only way we get paid right now. But if you like and subscribe our videos, that helps as well. So I'm going to open up my UV resin, and I'm going to start by spreading a very thin layer of the UV resin all over my ink pen. So I am just squeezing out a small amount, and then I'm going to use my tool here, my brush, to smooth it all out. And you do not need much resin. I should have grabbed some butcher paper before I started, but I didn't. But we're going to want that to catch our glitter. So I'm going to spread this out, and we're going to get some butcher paper, and then I'll show you how I make this gold leafing dripped glitter UV ink pen. So I carefully one-handedly grabbed a piece of butcher paper and folded it kind of down the middle. That helps run your glitter. But there's really not, you cannot set this down. You also cannot stop spinning it. I really should make some type of spinner for it. Like they have them. You can make them. You can sell. I think Christina's got one. She also does full ink pens and not these big ones. But these big ink pens with UV resin are a great way to try it. So let's open up our glitter here. Oh man, you should always see if your glitter is already open. I forgot I hadn't used this one. All right. I want my pink at the bottom, and I want some of this glitter at the top, or this flaking at the top. So I'm going to start with it because then the glitter won't stick to it. And I'm just going to get some pieces on here. Sometimes when you buy flaking, it comes in like really big pieces. Whoa, there's still more on my hands than I thought. And sometimes it comes in really small pieces. And both work. But I have been loving the chunks on this gold out of this jar because they've been really large. Okay, so, and you can use your hands or a tool to kind of, pull them around where you want it. Just remember, you cannot stop spinning your ink pen. So keep it moving so your resin doesn't pull up, puddle kind of. Okay, so I like my top. Maybe I want to go a little further down actually. So I'm going to add a little bit more. You should wear gloves if you're going to touch the UV resin. You really should. I wash my hands with hot soapy water when I'm done, but that is, I always say you need to read the safety protocols for all machines and tools and methods that we use. And it's true. We aren't safety professionals, and we don't always do things. Sometimes we do things, like when you tell your kid, do as I say, not as I do. Yeah, well, same with crafting for us. Okay, so I brought that gold leafing down just a little bit further, and I like it. So now I'm going to get my glitter, and I'm going to liberally place it on. I want to get some of this gold flaking out of my way. You really should get a clean paper. I forgot to get papers. All right, let's get this on. Just remember, keep spinning. I notice if I slow down to get an area, then I have pulling on the other side, and pooling, and I don't want that. Okay, so I think I'm happy with that. Just make sure you're happy with how it turns out before you put it under the light. So I'm happy with it. So now it goes underneath the light. And again, you have to spin until it's set. I'm going to do this for 2 rounds of 99 seconds. That's how my nail UV resin lamp works. And I have a 120-watt one for anyone who wants to know. Again, I link stuff below. I'll see you in a couple minutes. So once I got it set, I'm really close here. I could put it up like this and it won't run anymore. It's set, and I kept doing sides, and I did quite a bit of time on this. And yes, I want it all hard to the touch. And then you're going to take a piece of sandpaper or a sanding block, and you're going to want to come in and make sure that this is soft so that that goes together very well. This is really hard to sand on this end, but if it's not perfect, then you've got to get in there and get it. And then I do just very light. You don't want to really scuff up your glitter, but I want to knock off any that are not real, so that they're somewhat flying. If they're not super flat, if they're really sticky uppy, then I want them off. So I kind of go both ways, and I get it smoothed down. So then I use a little bit of rubbing alcohol and a lint-free cloth and clean them up a little bit to get any of those dustings off. And I use the rubbing alcohol so it dries quickly, and then we're ready to add a coat of the UV resin. So I like to do this nice and thin again, and I like them to get kind of thick and bubbly by the time I'm done. So I will do a thin coat here and one more thin coat after I sand down if needed, and a thin coat. So let's rock this one out and get it sealed up, and then we'll meet back and see where we're at. All right, so I have dried my final coat. The last thing you're going to do here is put your pen back together. I do make sure it's dry before you squeeze on your design. So just keep that in mind. And that is it. Y'all, the camera just doesn't do this justice. I was trying to adjust the lighting before I came back, but it just doesn't. Isn't it so cute? It really is. I wish you could get a better view. It has the poodle skirt glitter that is amazing, and my imitation gold flaking. If you want to see a short on how I made one using frostbite and silver, check it out. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Have a joyful day, friends. Bye.